This is the TurboTrace PFC system for PFAS solid phase extraction. For extracting wastewater and drinking water. So if you have a mix of samples, this is the system for you. It's basically capable of running up to 8 samples at a time in parallel or simultaneously. It's a modular system. So you can have a controller with one module, and as you need to add modules, you can add up to 3 more modules for a total of 4. There's 2 samples per module, giving you 8. The way that we figure that out is we find out how many samples you're running per week, and we do the math and figure out exactly what size system is going to handle your workload. So you don't have to buy a lot, a expensive, 8-position system if you don't need it. If you only need to do 4 samples at a time, then the cost is going to be much less. And if you need to upgrade at a later date, it's very easy to do just by adding another module. So all your controls happen here on this touch screen, which has unlimited methods saved on it basically, and they're saved on this SD card here. There's a memory card here. This is where your methods are. There's also a software program that allows you to create, alter, etc. These methods on a PC, on your notebook computer or a PC, and then save them. Then if you have trouble, actually, one of the first things FMS asks is send us a copy of your method or methods. We review that method and make any changes that are necessary to fix whatever situation you're having. Another area I want to talk about is serviceability of the system. You don't have to send the whole system back. In other words, a modular system. And these systems are made up of individual modules. So say this is module 1 here. It's made up of a control module on my left, a sample processing module to the right, and down here a cartridge processing module here. This is where your chemistry is happening down here. These separate individual modules can be sent to you directly. You can send these back into us to be repaired, and then we can send it back. We also offer a service contract that allows you to have one of each of these modules so that you can replace, if something were to happen, you're able to replace these modules quickly and have basically 0 downtime. So very serviceable. You have different, in particular, the valve that goes to your sample, and that's part of the magic of the TurboTrace PFC is handling dirty samples, is basically the sample comes from the bottle. We use a vacuum. So there's 2 types of pumping here. The TurboTrace, for example, does positive pressure only. That's for drinking water and clean water. This does drinking water and clean water as well as wastewater. So for wastewater, we're always going to deploy a vacuum pump. And why are we going to do that? Because with a vacuum pump, it allows us to go directly from the sample, for example, to the cartridge here. So we're going to have the sample line should be connected here. It's going to go directly from here and then across the cartridge. So there's no particulates really going across any valving inside of your system or going across pumps or anything like that that are going to cause damage or cross-contamination, etc. And where these have their individual pumps and they're all closed systems, there's very little chance of cross-contamination from sample to sample. These run automated cleanup methods between methods. this is a sensor for sensing when the sample has been fully loaded from your sample bottle. So this will shut off and it turns the valve off and then moves on to the next step individually. So again, this is the main attractive part about this that doesn't exist anywhere else is that you go directly from the vacuum across from the sample across the cartridge to the system, eliminating all the headaches of clogging, etc., and other things that can be done when using piston pump type devices. They get scored, they get destroyed, there's cross contamination, there's very expensive kits that have to be replaced, sometimes whole, 8 sample piston pump assemblies have to be replaced. These can all be individually replaced, just 2 screws, this pops out, and you can easily clean it. Usually you don't have to replace it, it's just a matter of cleaning, and that's very rare because there should be no debris going across this. It's all coming through directly across this. It's going to either deliver it directly to a concentration tube like this, or a 15 mil tube, which is a centrifuge tube. But I'm showing you these because this system is not only made for wastewater, it's made for handling biosolids. So you don't have to buy a separate instrument to do biosolids. That's typically 1633 biosolids. You're going to blow it down. We have a supervap evaporator that will take this, 50 mils, blow it down to 30. Then we have a special, adapter we made here. It's basically the same cap adapter, but we put our fittings in here and it's ready to go. And then you just run 1633 just as now you get automatic rinsing of the vessel, and you can do your biosolids very quickly here. So also the way we handle these waste samples is we use these basically stainless steel filters that we make. They're all on a low density polyethylene little snap connect here that you can take apart and clean very easily. This is the rinse nozzle for rinsing the bottle. It does a very good job of rinsing the bottle. This is just some of those filters here on the open. All of the components for this are not non-Teflon, so the Delrin, Peak, low density polyethylene, polypropylene, medical grade polypropylene. And we also have several FMS cartridges that we make and pack here for.
It's okay.
This is a 500 milligram wax and a 6 mil cartridge format, FMS pure wax, so it's wax guaranteed for results and cleanliness. This is a 250 milligram, 25 mil pure wax-based cartridge. And this is meant for handling dirty samples. Like on a system like this, you have a frit size that's 3 times the size of a 6 mil cartridge. Then we have what we call pure GBC, which is the FMS GBC and wax, 250 milligrams of wax and 50 milligrams of carbon. And then you have the 250 milligrams of wax and 6 mil format, and that's an FMS pure wax. So we have basically everything that you need for doing PFAS work, whether it's drinking water or wastewater or biosolids. We have the cartridges for guaranteed cleanliness. We have the proper tools to stop your system and design from getting clogged. Then we also have plastic wool, plastic which we use to on top of the cartridge as well as an additional precaution against clogging. Just put that right in the cartridge like that. And you're ready to go. So that's going to also stop the fines from getting to the frit, take a little longer. And we also have that. So again, no clogging, no piston pumps, rotary pumps, a vacuum pump. So this is a dual pump system, vacuum used for wastewater again. And it's going to deliver the highest, fastest throughput that you can get for doing 1633.